All right then. Any questions about? No. Oh boy.
Thank you, Geshe. I'm enjoy this meditation. Thank you.
I enjoy that you enjoy.
I have question. 我觉得我在回到过去式的那个部分呢，就有很多的这个联想。我会觉得在这个回到过去式的时候，我变成了是一个复合冥想，就是在这个冥想里边又有分析冥想，又有那个清单冥想。例如，比方说我回到过去式的时候，我看到我自己是一个老师，也在跟别人分享，然后我在就分享的时候，我就想到哦，我们的世界有3种苦，然后我就会回忆那个3种苦，然后呢，我的意识也会飘过一些过去的负面的事情，那我就立刻做一个私力量。那这样做是对的还是错的？
Okay, so she said that when I was having this meditation, when I went back to the past lives, I felt like my meditation becomes like a very comprehensive one. For example, like it's including all kinds of skills, like the listing meditation or analyzing meditation or focusing meditation, etc. For example, I remember in my previous life, I was a teacher and I was teaching my students. For example, I was teaching them about 3 kinds of sufferings. So when I was teaching them 3 kinds of sufferings, it's kind of listing, these 3 kinds of sufferings to my students. But then I also had all these things that I did wrong in my past life, so I had to do 4 powers in my meditation. So is it correct or wrong if I'm doing this?
Yeah, nice. Good question. So in Buddhism, we recognize 3 kinds of meditation, right? Chegom, Shargom, Chegom, Jogom. Say Shargom, Chegom, Jogom. Okay, Shargom means, I like to call it making a list. Like it's going through a process, reviewing a process. And then Chegom is what? You can call it problem-solving meditation. You take a question in your life and you resolve it during the meditation. And then Jogom, single-pointed meditation. So, what kind of meditations do you think the first 8 are? While you're in each one. Yeah, it's Jogom, it's single-pointed. Okay, the 8 meditations. And again, I was thinking to read you the warning from Kedubje. There's a warning from Kedubje about don't get off the elevator. In the first 8 meditations, keep going to the 9th. Then, so that's Jogom. What about the checking your past life? What kind of meditation? Yeah, it's I guess you could call it a list, but for me, it's kind of a problem solving. I'm trying to figure out, how did I plant those seeds? You see? So I ask myself a question. That's a Chegom. Ask yourself a question, and then go figure it out. How did I get these seeds? Why am I seeing my Lama like that? And then I go into my past life and check what I did. And what Vivian's saying is that during the past life meditation, I think, mainly, she feels like she's can be wandering around different kinds of meditation, sometimes focusing on something sweet she did, sometimes going through the different steps of purifying seeds or enhancing seeds, and then sometimes solving problems in past life maybe. And I think that's great. The whole purpose of the 8 meditations is called cell. Tsel means, it's a difficult word to translate, but it means, it's the word it's used for gymnasts or circus performers who can jump backwards and flip over and they show off their tsel. It's called showing off your tsel, your flexibility. So we're showing off our meditative flexibility, mental flexibility. And when we do the last 3 parts of the lion's dance, which we'll do next time, which is called Tugelketingenzen, you practice tsel. You're gonna go to level 8, then you're gonna go to the air conditioner real fast. Then you come back to 7, okay? Then you go back to the air conditioner real fast, or come back to 6, go to 9, come back to 5, and like that, okay? We'll practice that, okay? So everything about this meditation is tsel. It's meant to build up. It's like doing different yoga poses to stretch your body and make your mind more flexible, okay? So you can learn to control your mind, okay? The puppy dog of your mind, okay? So I like it. I think it's cool, okay? If you have time, I mean, you might get fired from your job, but... Okay, other question?
Yeah, thank you, Geshe.
Yeah.
During the meditation, we will imagine that some kind of the quality that our teacher has. So just wonder what is the difference between the seed that we can see somebody else have such kind of qualities versus this we have the quality ourselves. What is the difference between that?
Yeah.
And if possible, how to switch those seeds so I can see myself have that quality.
Yeah,
Thank
Edmund had a good question. So we're focusing on the seeds. Today I was focusing on the seeds. My Lama takes a lot of personal responsibility. So right now they're taking some personal responsibility. That's why they're not here. And so I can observe this personal responsibility, but I don't have it. You see, or it's not as strong. So what Edmund's question is, it's almost like because they're our teacher, it kind of means we don't have that quality yet. Maybe if we had it, we would be their teacher. You see? So I don't have it, but I have the seeds, right? Or I couldn't see it in my teacher, right? So I have sleeping seeds. They call bakla nyawa. Bakla nyawa. It means sleeping seeds. So what Edmund's question is, how do I wake those seeds up so I can see this quality in myself? And the best way is to picture them opening into your Lama and go through your past life experiences. So the best way to wake up the sleeping seeds is to do this meditation. That's the secret meaning, goal of the meditation, okay? So by thinking about the seeds you already have, you will wake them up and you'll see them open in yourself. And the first part of getting the seeds that strong is to appreciate them, you know, think about them. Then slowly you'll see yourself start to become like that. Yeah. In fact, you can't stop it. If you keep doing this meditation, you will become a very sweet, responsible person by accident. Okay, one more question. Then we have to go to the Diamond Cutter Sutra. We'll never finish.
Thank you, Geshe. I'm wondering about the crystal of sugar.
Yeah, good.
And if that should be outside of ourselves, or can it be in our heart? Can it be in our heart lama's heart? Is it the same as the emptiness, or is it something different?
Yeah, good question. So as I mentioned previously, if you find your mind is wandering too much, or you have trouble focusing, there's a tradition to focus on something tiny, like a grain of sand or a grain of sugar. And there's a cool meditation, 16 levels of sugar grains. It's a Kadampa meditation. It's called the Kadampa 16. And I got that transmission from a very, very high Lama. And you can, after a while in the grain of sugar, you go inside of grain of sugar, inside the grain of sugar. And there's a different Lama in each grain of sugar. So personally, when I do the meditation, I see the heart as sort of a dark space, not a bad way, not in a bad way, but just like in your bedroom at night when all the lights are off. Like I feel comfortable and at home. I don't feel scared or something. It's not timira. It's not that kind of cut off, scary darkness. It's kind of a comfortable, I'm in my bed darkness, under the blankets. And then I bring the sugar crystal inside that space. So for me, the space is about this big. Of course, there's no space size in your meditation, but it feels about this big to me. And then I put the sugar grain inside there. But if you wanted to use the principle of tiny means focus, yeah, you could like put the emptiness of the Bubu Lama in your real Lama, in their heart, as big as a grain of sugar. Yeah, you could play with that, and it helps you focus when you feel distracted. If you start to feel nervous or tight in your chest or something, or like that, if you're a person who tends to get more nervous, there's two kind of personality, right? Rajas and tamas. If you're more sleepy personality, which was me, you can do a lot of heart work in your heart, small crystal. But if you're more nervous personality, you might want to do it at your navel, okay, or here. Okay. This is medium nervousness. This is highly nervous, and the navel is low nervous. So if you're feeling kind of shaky, bring it down to the navel, okay? And expand it a little bit. Make it like a baseball or an orange fruit, okay? If you feel sleepy, tighten it up into a single point, ekagra, okay? Like that. All right, we'll do more questions tomorrow, okay? And in the future. We reached, can you put the verse up, you guys? We reached Buddhism. Oh, wait, I think Jasmine owes us something. Oh, after the break? What did we do yesterday? After the break? Okay, after the break. She's going to teach us the Chinese, okay? Maybe tomorrow you have to recite the Chinese to get in the class. Okay. The Chinese is very, very old, okay? Very, very old. It was translated, I think, almost 600-700 years before, well, call it a few hundred years before Tibet, okay? 600-700 years before Tsongkhapa. It was translated into Chinese, Kumara Jiva, and later by Xuanzang. Right? Dr. Wu took me to see Kumara Jiva's stupa. He was a great translator from India who lived in Xi'an, and when he passed away, he said, if I ever translated something wrong, if I never translated something wrong, then after you burn my body, my tongue should be intact. And it was, and it's still there. Okay, all right. Okay, Buddha. 6 meanings of the bubble. Okay, so Buddha means bubble. I used to teach people Buddhism because I misread the combination of letters. This DB is extremely rare, but DDH is very common. So anyway, it's tiny in the printing. What group are we on? We didn't say yesterday, I should have said. We're on the third group, okay? The first group was, what's your world like? Star, cataract, and lamp, okay? And then second group was, how do you taste it? I always taste it wrong. I always think the husband yelling at me from the husband, okay? That's how I taste my world. I blame other people. And I blame other circumstances, okay? That's how I taste my world. Like a razor, okay? With honey over it, okay? Then third group, yeah, what's wrong with this world? And that, I should have mentioned yesterday, there are 2 big divisions to group number 3. There are 2 big parts to group number 3, okay? The first one is the avashaya, and it means the, the do. So that represents impermanence, okay? So the first problem of our life is that nothing lasts, especially good things, they don't last, okay? The second problem is the pain of life. So the bubble always represents pain. Okay, and you would think it would represent impermanence, but it's pain, okay? So the do represents the problem of life, that it goes too fast, okay? And the bubble represents the suffering of life, okay? Always. So, by the way, I like to give you the explanation of the Sanskrit, right? Especially the cognates, what English words come from that word. And this is simple onomatopoeia, okay? It sounds like what it is. Okay? That's in linguistics it's called onomatopoeia. Okay, bubbles make this sound. There's some other famous examples in Sanskrit. I thought to give you some for fun. Okay, these are from a book called Sanskrit Grammar by Dwight Whitney. He was from Yale. He lived over 100 years ago. And if you want to study Sanskrit, his book is the greatest, by far. Okay, from Yale, 120 years ago, something like that, a little bit more. And then his student was Franklin Edgerton, who was also at Yale and Benares Hindu University, which is the greatest place in the world to study Sanskrit. And John's organization just bought a piece of land next to the university to build a school for Sanskrit. And I'd like to thank them. It's 2 weeks ago, I think, 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So we give DCI gives programs at that university once a year. And so now you can go study there if you want. It's in Varanasi, okay? And there'll be Sanskrit, Tibetan, Chinese if you guys want. And you can be immersed in the local language. There are more Sanskrit scholars there than anywhere in the world. Okay. When first time I gave a talk there, they took me in a room with 30 of them and they made me recite Sanskrit. And Luckily, it was something I had already memorized, so from the Bhagavad Gita. So luckily, we passed. And so anyway, Edgerton's student was named Samuel Atkins at Princeton, and that was my teacher. So you are of a very great lineage of Sanskrit also. All right. Anyway, Whitney said, here's some onomatopoeias. You guess, okay? Here's the Sanskrit. Book, book. Book, book. This is from the Veda, okay? From the Vedas. Book, book. Come on. Huh? Dog bark. Okay, book, book. Okay, how about shishka, shishka, shishka. Arrow sound. Shishka, shishka. Okay? Shishka. How about, by the way, JB, fet. It's Vedic, fet. I'll give you a clue. It's the same as a continent name. Come on, 4 continents. What's our continent called? Jambu. Say Jambu. So the world we live in Buddhism, in Buddhist cosmology, is called Jambu. And that's the sound that a wishing tree fruit makes when it falls in the ocean. Jambu, Jambu. Okay. These are all onomatopoeia. Fet means Jambu, same. Put, fit. Okay. It's very important in Vajrayogini practice, okay? Ancient onomatopoeia. Okay, I'll stop. How about kikura, 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 kikura? That's your heart when you're scared. It means scared. Okay, all right. Why are we talking about that? Bud Buddha, Bud Bud, Bud Bud, Bud Bud. Okay, bubble. Okay, all right, it's onomatopoeia. All right, bubble has how many meanings? Oh, so the bubble is suffering, and the dew is impermanence. Okay, good. 6 meanings for the bubble. Number 1, Master Kamalashila, Master Vasubandhu, Jamyang Shepa, Chone Lama, they just emphasize, listen, the bubble means suffering, okay? It means life is suffering, okay? And they don't go a lot into it, okay? But they say the bubble means suffering. Okay, Tendar Saramba, meaning number 2. He says, please note, this is not ua. Ua means a bubble also. But that means a bubble in the ocean or in your green drink. Okay? A bubble in the water is called ua in Tibetan. But this is chubur. This is a different kind of bubble. He says, this bubble is a bubble caused by rainfall, or you spilled your coffee, and this bubble is one on the dry land. Okay, it's important. This Buddha is not a bubble in the lake or in the ocean or in the green drink. It's after you spill the green drink. And it's a bubble on the ground that comes it's even faster than the normal bubble, right? A bubble on the ocean can last for a few seconds. A bubble when you spill your green drink, if you're lucky enough to spill your green drink, it will disappear quickly, okay? It just lasts for a split second, okay? So Tendar Saramba, this is meaning number 2. He says, oh, this is not a water bubble. This Sanskrit is a bubble on the ground, very fragile, okay? And if you think about it, it comes from a combination of causes. There has to be a rain cloud above. There has to be an earth waiting for the rain below. And there has to be falling of the rain to the earth. Or you can say green drink, okay? But something has to be above, something has to be below, and something has to move, okay? Causes, dependent origination. So for him, this represents the causes of perception, okay? Especially in the wheel of life. There's a John Brady over there, there's Geshe Michael's eye over here, and there's movement between the earth and the sky, okay? And that creates instance of consciousness that only lasts very instantaneously, okay? I can only see John for so many moments, and then something will separate us. Karma will separate us, okay? So for Tendar Saramba, he's the pessimist, right? Everything is suffering, okay? So the bubble is like this causes that cause awareness of your family and of your country and of your body, and they come and go very quickly. You lose things, okay? All right? Suffering of loss, okay? Okay, meaning number 3. This is Kamalashila and Kongyo Tenbe Drume, okay? 2 of them. They talk about this third one. They say if you think about it, bubbles are made of water, okay? There's water in the green drink, okay? By the way, can you bring up the picture of the meditation? There's water in the green drink. There's water in the bubble in a different form, right? In a different format. And then there's water in the air after you pop the bubble, right? The water spreads into the air. And we have a picture here, which Nick is carving. There's a joke in Tibetan, they say, don't carve it, just display it. Yeah, okay? So the left side of the bubble is water. The right side of the bubble is water. And the green drink that you spilled to form the bubble was water. So for Kamalashila, the bubble represents 3 states of water. 3 states of water. As rain, as a bubble on the ground, and then as water in the air after you pop the bubble. 3 states of water. The middle one is a bubble. The first one is a raindrop. And the third one is these little pieces of bubble as they fly off in the air, okay? So the 3 states of the bubble, where the bubble came from, where the bubble's going, and where the bubble is, okay? They're all water. And he says it relates to the 3 parts that we know, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, yoga teachers love to sing Shanti. I don't know how they do that. Shanti, Shanti. It drives you crazy. That means peace, 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 right? It comes from the Upanishads. But it refers to the 3 kinds of suffering, 3 kinds of pain, okay? 3 kinds of pain. Number 1, you know, pain of pain, headache. Number 2, pain of change. A good dinner. And then the pain of life, which is getting older, yeah. Inevitable death, aging, okay? So for him, the 3 states of the water are the 3 kinds of pain. Okay? The water in the raindrop or the green drink, the water in the bubble, and the water after the bubble breaks. Okay? He also relates it to the 3 classical kinds of feeling, which is feels good, feels bad, feels neutral. Now, you tell me how the 3 kinds of suffering we just talked about relate to the 3 divisions of suffering. Feeling. Good feeling, bad feeling, neutral feeling. Okay, first kind of pain. Bad feeling, okay? Bad. Second kind of pain. Yeah, starts out feeling good, like a good dinner. Okay, the classical example in scripture is a good dinner. Go out for a good dinner. Like Adam's going to take Katie to a nice dinner on the way back to wherever. Okay. What about neutral? Yeah, neutral is the suffering that we have our whole life. You know, right now it's going on. You can't feel it. Your body's getting older during this class. There's a joke in the monastery. You meet your Lama. Where have you been? Oh, Lama, you should be happy. Why? I was in yoga class. Oh, how long? Oh, today I did 2 hours, you know. They're like, why'd you do that? Well, I want to stay healthy. You are 2 hours closer to your death. You got older during the yoga class. You go to enough yoga classes, you'll be too old to do yoga. Okay, it's one of the sad things. You see old yoga teachers who can't do yoga anymore, okay? And so do your yoga, you should do your yoga, but don't go crazy, you know. Don't say, oh look, I can do a handstand, you know. Later you won't be able to get up out of the bed, okay? So have a good sense about your yoga, okay? I'm just doing this to keep myself going as long as possible, you know, all right? It's really depressing when you're my age and people say, oh, you look really good for 65. I'm like, thanks. Okay. Okay, so your body's getting older, okay? So anyway, that's all contained in the bubble for Master Kamalashila, Konjo Tenbe Jume, okay? The nature of the bubble is pain, okay? Pain waiting to happen, pain that already happened, or pain disguised as happiness, okay? All right. Then they quote the Buddha who said, any kind of feeling is pain. Okay. Okay, fourth one, I think. Am I right? Okay. Those same authors say, look, to an infant, what's infant mean in Buddhism? Yeah, someone who hasn't seen emptiness is called in American English we say, he's acting like a 2-year-old. Today Nick is acting like a 2-year-old. It means immature or something, okay? That's exactly the word chiba, or bala, in Sanskrit. It means 2-year-old baby. 2-year-old baby's understanding of physics describes the state of all humans who are not an Arya. Seriously, okay? It's actually worse than that, but okay? So they say to infants, it seems like, you know, there's a difference between a coffee and a green drink. My green drink is purple today, okay? So to an infant who hasn't seen emptiness, okay, directly, this one looks worse. Mm-hmm. This one looks better. This one looks like it giving me a bad feeling. And this one looked like it's giving me a good feeling. But to an Arya, they're exactly the same. Okay? To an Arya, all feeling is pain, you know? Okay? In the time I took to drink, I'm one drink closer to my death. Whether I'm drinking green drink or coffee, I'm still one drink closer to my death. Okay, got it? That's the way an Arya thinks. Okay? They use their time, every minute of their time. Okay? They need time. Don't waste an Arya's time. Okay. All right. Now, to prove that point number 4, which is that all feeling is pain, they quote the Buddha. Okay, they quote the Buddha, very famous. Korwa kapki tsemona, say korwa, kapki tsemona, dewa, namyang, yomayin. Sitting on the tip of the needle of samsara, there is no happiness. There is no pleasure, okay? I always think of this thumbtack we put on my teacher's chair in the school when I read this verse. Did you do that in school? Maybe that's an Arizona thing. We would put a thumbtack on the teacher's chair, and they would sit down and go, ah! And we'd be, you know. So anyway, when your butt's on the thumbtack of samsara, there's no happiness. Okay. What it means is you're always on the thumbtack. Your butt's always on the thumbtack of samsara. I was curious, they always say the Buddha said that, and I went to find it, and I found it. It's a little bit different. It's Korwa Kakut Se Tsam Yang, Dewa Nini Chung Se Me. And it comes from a sutra called the Saddharma Smrti Upasthana. And you can check it out someday, okay? Don't forget. But it does come from the Buddha. It really was from the Buddha. Probably one of his students put a thumbtack on his seat. Okay. All right, A, B, C, D. We're on number 5. Okay. Master Kamalashila goes a little bit further. He says, any object which starts and stops, any object which exhibits starting or stopping will cause you pain. Okay, the third kind of pain, right? The pain of being alive, is communicated to you by any object which begins at all. Relationships, children, house, job, country. Okay? They all have a beginning, they all have an end. Okay? They're all talking to you. You know, I'm a thumbtack up on your bottom. Okay, all right. Geshe Michael added number 6, which is duh. I mean, the bubble is impermanent also. Okay, it doesn't last very long. So although it's supposed to represent suffering in the classical texts, it also obviously represents impermanence. Bubbles don't last very long. And bubbles can have a look of solidity a little bit, okay? If you're a surfer, where's the surfer here? Yeah. Yeah, if you're a surfer, you know, the foam on the water can look solid sometimes, okay? Then you hit it with your face and it's like a pillow, okay? Or in Hawaii, it's a reef, okay? But anyway, it gives a sense of solidity, but there's no solidity, right? So that's illusion also. Okay, we finished the bubble. All right. We have some commercial advertisements. Birthday Boy and his lady of the song.
Morning, everyone. That was my before and after coffee voice. I will make this short, in great part because I don't want to interrupt your inner silence and retreat. But we've been asked to let you know of some of our amazing projects that we are undertaking here at Diamond Mountain. And this is an opportunity for us to ask for your help and thus your seeds in the success of Diamond Mountain. One of our main projects right now, as you may know, is an extensive transportation plan. We would like to improve your experience here at Diamond Mountain, both here in the classrooms and getting to your houses. It's about a 1.5 kilometer walk. It's a very dusty road. It is a very rocky road. Even to your houses is very steep and somewhat dangerous at times. And we are trying to improve that. We are building now upon a very, very generous donation by Dr. Wu. And we want to thank him. Thank you. So on top of Dr. Wu's generous donation, we have been asked to raise $200,000 ourselves. Let's see, we'll go to the next slide. There we are. And due to everyone's generosity over the last 10 days, I'm happy to say that we are 50% of the way there. Excellent. That is a really, really amazing in such a short time. So we're still pitching that. We still need to raise another $100,000, which I'm very confident we will. And what we'd like to do is offer naming things. As you know, as Melissa spoke about this, we can name roads, we can name valleys, we can name turnarounds, name yoga tents, name temples. Please talk to Rob after the class, or Melissa, who's going to be handling the fundraising for that.
And if anybody would like to contribute to the building of Diamond Mountain, but you don't have $10,000 to donate, Janice is collecting smaller donations from the America group as well, so that we can all come together and have a bit of the merit from building these roads. Next slide. So as we talked about a couple days ago, the ranch house, formerly known as the Lama House, a historic building not only in southeastern Arizona and the history of the United States, but also a historical building to Diamond Mountain. And it's in badly need of a new roof. The current roof that we have is a bit of a fire hazard. So we'd like to replace that as soon as possible. Over the past 10 days, we've raised $13,000. So I'm confident that if we all come together during this retreat, we can raise the remaining $17,000 for that roof. We also have the option, if you would like to plant the tree in memory of a loved one or in celebration of an occasion, you're welcome to donate for a tree. And we'll be starting a big tree planting campaign. We have some permaculture experts coming in tomorrow. They're going to walk with us over our 1,000 acres. Maybe we'll drive some of that too. And they're going to help us choose some strategic places where we can plant the trees where they can be of most benefit. So you can donate a tree. And finally, we currently have, I think, 30 cottage adopters or monthly donors. Just in the past 10 days, 10 more people signed up to adopt a cottage. So this is a really beautiful way to be able to support a specific cottage or Diamond Mountain in general on a regular basis. So as you know, things happen, water pipes break, batteries run, I don't know, stop working. And it's nice to be able to, when somebody's in retreat, just be able to go to the store and buy a new battery so you guys can continue having electricity, that we can fix the pipe no problem. So it's because of our cottage adopters and daily donors that Diamond Mountain has the ability to make these changes immediately as the fixes come up. So if you'd like to build a deeper connection with the cottage you're staying at, you're welcome to adopt your cottage. Otherwise, if you've just had a pleasant experience, if it's been life-changing for you, you're welcome to become a $1 a day donor, where you'll donate to a general fund, and then whatever is most needed by Diamond Mountain at that time, your donation will go to fund that project. So for the houses or Diamond Mountain in general, you can let us know. So I have a couple of things that you can grab on your way out of the temple today. I have envelopes for cash donations and checks. You can pick these up on your way out. Please put your name, your email address, maybe your house address, so I can send you a proper thank you, which I really love to do. If you would like to donate by credit card, you can either see me or you can see Rob after class, preferably tomorrow, because then we don't disturb your silence and your retreat. Or you can grab this form and you can fill it out and give it to us as you leave. And if you want to become a cottage adopter or a $1 a day donor, then you can fill out this form and as well give it to myself or Rob tomorrow before you leave. Any questions? Okay, thank you, everybody. Yeah? Yes, thank you. So on the envelope, your name, the reason. Oh, I'm sorry. Rob said it would be helpful if you make a cash donation to please, in addition to your name and your email address, put the reason for the donation. What project do you want the donation to go towards? Thank you, everybody.
And I'd like to thank ACI for being here. Without you, Diamond Mountain wouldn't exist, so we're really, really appreciative of that. And thank you, Geshe, for all that you do for us.
Okay, we have 1 hour. Let's go. We're on the last 3 of the 9 metaphors, I think, right? So we finished the group of what's wrong with this life. It had 2 parts. What's the 2 parts? Avashyaya, the do, and the bud, the bubbles, okay? First one means impermanence. Second one means pain, okay? Okay, good. Now we reach the last group, the 4th group. It has 3 parts, 3 different metaphors. What's the last group? Why you should try to escape, okay? Why you should try to escape, okay? Why you should try to get out, okay? In Tibetan language, they call kyoe-gyu. Kyoe-gyu means reasons you should be sad about this world, okay? Why you should try to get out, okay? There's going to be 3 images. I've been, watching how fast we can go through these, and we still have a quarter of the sutra to cover. So I propose we do 5 Kamalashilas instead of 4. And so instead of starting Ayanagarjuna in the spring, we'll do 1 more Kamalashila class. And I'll try to, I would like to translate the sutra, his commentary. The notes are 550 pages. If I could get some time, I could translate it, or a big piece of it by the spring. So it's up to you guys to help me get time, okay? Then if I don't get time, I can't do it. Okay, so I'm very happy to help with, business stuff. But, Jigme, Venerable Jigme learned to take stuff off she takes time away from me. She drives me everywhere. If I drive to the college, it's 24 minutes. And she drives me, and I work in the back, And so, if you can save me time, that you can have Kamalashila. If not, you won't. And I don't think anyone else can do it right now in the world. So, up to you. Okay? All right. I love talking with you. I love helping you with your challenges. But it's also good if you can use the 4 steps yourself. And, if you really need help, talk to me. But, every kid has to grow up. And at some time, you have to learn to use the 4 steps. And okay? On your own. And, but I'm happy to give advice, okay? Help. But I have to finish the other things also, okay? So help me. All right. Adriana saves me a lot of time. She cooks things for me. Xiaoping saves me a lot of time. After a tour, I wake up in my house and I go, cappuccino. And it's very silent. Anyway. Usually there's 10 people waiting outside my room to give me a cappuccino. Okay. Okay, dream. 5 meanings. Okay. I like the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is swapna. Swapna comes from the root swap. Swap means to sleep. S-V-A-P. It comes into the word somnia, like insomnia. In means not, somnia means sleepy. So swapna became somna. Okay, so insomnia means cannot sleep. Okay. In Greek, the SV changes to HY. And you get hypnosis. Meaning to put someone into a sleep, okay? Hypnotist, okay? Hypno comes from swapna, okay? All right, here we go, first one. There's a principle with Kamalashila, Vasubandhu about these last 3, okay? They say they represent Sanskrtas. What's a Sanskrta? Anything put together by causes, okay? Anything caused, really, okay? Anything produced. A good translation of Sanskrta is produced, okay? Evam drashtavyam Sanskrtam, okay? Sanskrta means all the stuff around us which is not unchanging, okay? Sanskrta includes all things which are not unchanging. Give me one unchanging thing. Emptiness and empty space. Those are 2 cheap ones. Okay. Some Buddhists say facts are unchanging. The sky is blue. As long as the sky is blue, the fact is unchanging. Okay? Like that. All right. So the great masters who explain the Diamond Cutter Sutra, they like to say of the last 3, right? What are the last 3? Swapna, Vidyut, and Abram, right? Swapna, dream, Vidyut, lightning, and Abram, cloud. They say these 3 represent past, present, and future changing things. Past, present, and future changing things. So the dream represents Sanskrtas, which are past, in the past, okay? And then the lightning, present. You know, it's not like something that happened yesterday or something happened tomorrow. It's just and it's done. It's a present moment thing, okay? Then clouds, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow at Diamond Mountain. We don't know exactly the weather, okay? So that's a future thing, okay? And here we go on their explanation, okay? Dream, number one on the dream. Master Kamalashila says, okay, the dream represents changing things from your past, okay? And why is it a good example? Because things from your past cannot do anything now, okay? Things from your past cannot do anything now. Your ex-wife or ex-husband is gone, okay? They can't give you trouble anymore now, okay? Usually. All right, so gone, okay? And they cannot do anything now. And Kamalashila in the same breath says, like the second husband, okay? Very similar to the second husband. Who's the second husband? Give me it like this. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. You just started yelling at me. Okay? I didn't do anything. Okay? We can call it the I didn't do anything husband. Okay? I didn't do anything. I don't know. My boss yelled at me. I don't know why. I didn't do anything. Okay? With the boss, it's because you didn't do anything. Okay? So Master Kamalashila says, things of the past which cannot do anything to you. They cannot hurt you, for example. That husband is gone. He lives in Nevada now. He remarried, you know, it's over, okay? It cannot affect you now. In a similar way, the husband who's not coming from you is a phantom, like a phantom from the past, cannot do anything to you, okay? Cannot hurt you. If you decide to be hurt, that's your decision, but they don't have any power. By the way, the word in Tibetan here is jinlap, which normally means blessing, but in philosophy it means can do something, okay, can change something. Jinlap means change, make a change, affect a change. So things of the past, Sanskrtas, which are from 2013, they can't do anything now, okay? They are like a dream. After you wake up, okay? Last night I was in the dream, I was translating for some big lama in a big auditorium, and I couldn't understand anything. And I was really upset, you know. I was like making excuses in the dream, you know. And then when I woke up, I'm like, and also, nobody's there, okay? Dream, okay? Things of your past which hurt you, they're gone. Okay? They're like the second husband. Okay. All right. Jamyam Shepa. Oh, by the way, in the first one, Master Kamalashila says, don't forget the husband represents the two kinds of emptiness. What are the two kinds of emptiness? Things and people, okay? Don't get upset at the weather. Don't get upset at traffic. Those are things, okay? You also created things. Usually it's people who upset us, but things can also upset us. The weather, how hot it is, when the electricity breaks in your cottage, okay? You have to remember the emptiness of things, okay? All right. Jamyan Shepa, meaning number 2. Meaning number 2. How you relate to the past, you should understand it's like a dream, okay? the husband who hurt you in 2013 didn't exist then either. Okay? Doesn't exist now, gone. But even in 2013, he didn't exist. Okay? Which one? I didn't do anything. For no reason at all. He starts yelling at me. Okay? Got it? That husband didn't exist in 2013. And of course doesn't exist now. Okay? Meaning number 3, Tendar Haramba. He says if you think about it, most of the images you see in a dream relate to something in your past. Okay? He says there's an automatic connection between dreams and things that happened to you 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, when you were a kid. Oftentimes, your dreams are repeating good or bad experiences you had as a child or traumas in your life, like that. They keep coming back in the dreams. So he says, therefore, the dream is connected automatically to past things, okay? And you cannot keep them, okay? And in that way, it represents the present things, you see? So, even your family, your house, your job, your position, your own body, your intelligence are already like the past. You cannot keep them, okay? They are like past things already. In the present, they are already like past things. You cannot keep them, even if you want to, right? Even if you hold on to them. If you physically hold on to your partner, you cannot keep them in this world. Okay? They will leave. Okay? So in a way, the things you have now are already passing. Okay? Unless you learn how to plant. What do you call it? Reinvest your seeds. Reinvest your seeds. Okay? You're supposed to be karmic reinvestors, right? Every time something good comes to you, share it with somebody else. Then you get more. A Buddha who lives in a Buddha paradise forever is just a great karmic reinvestor. Okay? They learn how to do it. And that's why Buddha paradise lasts forever. They keep reinvesting. Okay? They make $10 from karma. They always give away 5. Geshe, should I give away 10? It's okay. Keep 5. Have some fun. Okay? Because 5 is going to become 50. Okay? It's okay. Keep some for yourself. That's okay. Have fun. Go out to dinner. Go see a movie. Okay? Buddhism doesn't mean sacrifice. Okay? It doesn't mean that. Those Buddhas in the Buddha paradise, do they look like they're sacrificing? You know, they're okay. They spend $5, they go out for a nice pizza, and then they give $5 to a homeless person on the way to the pizza parlor, okay? That's good. Because the 5 is going to become 50, you're still going to come out ahead. You're still going to make 500%. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so have fun, have a fun life. Buddhism doesn't mean you're always like, I can't eat pizza, it costs too much. It's okay. Okay, have a nice pizza, and then give half the pizza to somebody. Okay, all right. Fourth one, right? Okay. This is Koincho Tenbei Junmei, and he wants to go to Master Chandakirti. Okay, he says, let's go read Master Chandakirti, whose most famous book is called Entering the Middle Way. And the middle way here is Nagarjuna's book that we're going to do 2 classes from now, because we're going to do, I think we should do like the 4th part of the Kamalashila, and then review the whole thing. next time we meet, okay? Then we remember everything, because I don't remember part 1 or part 2 myself, okay? And by the way, the 4th part of the Diamond Cutter Sutra, the Buddha repeats himself a lot. He repeats things from the first part, the second part, and we have to study why. Like, did he forget he taught the first part? Or is there a deeper reason why he repeats himself? Okay, you can guess. All right. Okay, here, Chandakirti. This is difficult. All right. He wants to talk about your reaction to things in a dream. Okay, Chandakirti says, look, things can be a dream, but you still have a reaction to them. Okay, Geshe Michael is still nervous when he wakes up about he couldn't translate. Okay, Chandakirti's example is for monks who are dreaming about beautiful ladies in the dream. And of course, you can have strong feelings during a dream. Okay, so things from the past, which are gone, which represent the second husband, okay, which doesn't exist, still those things which don't exist can give you strong feelings, okay? And in fact, all negative feelings come from things that don't exist, okay? All negative feelings come from misunderstanding, right? Stars in the night, okay? So things can make you feel something, although they're not real, okay? You can have a worry about the future, which is false. Or you can worry about, I don't know, you can be a really jealous person who thinks your wife is running around with somebody and it's all false, but still it can make your hair fall out, okay? And put a wrinkle on your face, right? So, okay. Then Chandakirti likes to say, this wasn't my idea, it was Nagarjuna's idea, okay, in his wisdom. And there's a great commentary called Lamp of Wisdom, written by Baba Viveka, okay? And if we have time someday, we should read it, okay? Lower Middle Way Mother Book, okay? Master Baba Viveka's Lamp on Wisdom, okay? They all relate to how past things are similar to empty things, okay? So when we talk about a dream, we're emphasizing past experiences, traumas of the past, happy events of the past. And those events and those people in the dream are insubstantial in the same way that the second husband is insubstantial, doesn't really exist, okay? Doesn't exist anymore. In the husband's case, he never existed, never will, never could. In the past, it was like it did exist, but now it's almost the same status as the husband. Get it? Okay? A yelling husband in a dream is very similar to a yelling husband in the kitchen. They're both don't exist anymore. Never did in the kitchen. Okay? All right. That's a difficult one. And of course, Geshe Michael added number 5. What did Geshe Michael add? He always does the obvious one. A dream is impermanent. You wake up, okay? And things in a dream are not real, okay? So really the dream is representing both impermanence and emptiness, okay? Got it? So that one's so obvious that the great commentators didn't talk about it. Now we go to present changing things, okay? Now we just did past because dreams are mostly about the past. What's the example? Yeah, vidyut, say vidyut. V means very much. VI means very much. In Sanskrit, VI means very much. It's an abbreviation of DVI, Dvi, which means double. Okay. What's Sanchos's last name? Santosh Dwivedi. Okay. The director of our Sanskrit project in India, his last name is Dwivedi, which means double knower. It means he's a Brahmin. Okay. Sometimes it means born again. Okay, so Dvi means double, and the D drops out and becomes VI. So VI means very much, okay? V. Dyut you already had. But it was a long time ago. Dyu? It's the root for deepo. Lamp, okay? So Vidyut means double bright, lightning, okay, lightning. It's the modern Hindi word for electricity, by the way, okay. The electricity company in India is called Vidyut, okay. All right. Those of you who studied DCI level 9 and already forgot it, level 8, I forgot which level. What is level 8? Yeah, leadership. And we said in there, the fourth perfection causes duty. What's the fourth perfection? Yeah, like being happy when you work, you know. You Diamond Mountain director and you're sweating all day. And Michael Dunn's a pretty good at that. He doesn't get grumpy that I know about. And he's cheerful. So it means cheerful. If you're cheerful, the karmic result is you become a leader. Okay? And Nagarjuna calls it Vidyut, electric leader. You become an electric leader. Okay? Okay. Now, I was worrying about something. In history, the 9 examples came to be called the 9 examples for illusion. And then the impermanent ones are only 8. And of course, it disturbed me a lot. So I went fishing. And the reason the 9 illusion examples became 8 impermanent examples, you want to take a guess? 2 of them got joined together. Huh? Yeah, the lightning and the cloud. Who said that? I'll give you a pat on the back. Okay. Yeah. So Milarepa used them. And the 5th Dalai Lama, who is a great scholar, he shortened them to 8. So you might see 8 examples of impermanence. It's the 9 just got shortened to 8. Okay, you don't care. Anyway, I do. Okay, number 1. How many examples? 4. 4 meanings for lightning. Okay. 4 meanings to lightning. Master Kamalashila. Difficult. Okay? Difficult. Lightning represents emptiness because it is not one thing, and it is also not many parts either. Okay? Lightning is not a single thing, and lightning is not all of its parts put together either. Okay? It's called, what's it called in Tibetan, Nick? Chik Tudra. Okay, you have to say it low tone. Chik Tudra. Adam, Chik Tudra. Okay, the tu means tuma, many. Okay, Chik Tudra. Okay, so this is an ancient proof of emptiness. Things are not themselves, and things are also not all their parts put together. Okay, it's like a koan. It's like a confusing statement. Okay. And Master Kamalashila says, you want to understand the lightning? understand one or many. The proof of emptiness called one or many. Okay? And I'll repeat what Buddhist scripture says, that the people who see emptiness are the curious ones. They want to know more. Okay? And after the 500th proof of emptiness, when someone starts to whine about it, somebody like Nagarjuna will say, no, the more intelligent people, Dharma IQ, high Dharma IQ people, they want more proofs of emptiness. They don't want less, okay? Geshe, can you teach Nagarjuna? After that, can you teach Kedubje's meditation on emptiness in 800 pages? If I have time, we can do it, okay? It's amazing. It's amazing, okay? But I need time, okay? So, if we have time, we can do that one, okay? So good students, in Buddhist tradition, they want to know more. They show me another proof of emptiness, Geshe. You didn't understand the last one? I understood the last one, I want another one. Just because you ate vanilla ice cream doesn't mean you don't want chocolate ice cream. Okay? All right. So you have to chew on that. My Lama used to say sometimes, you chew on that one. Okay, why is lightning not one thing, and also not many things put together? Okay? That's your problem. Okay? That's your assignment for next spring. Maybe to get in the door you have to explain it. There's an easy answer if you did DCI. Don't tell everybody. Okay, number 2. Tendar Saramba, he seems to always like to cause trouble. He says, I think lightning should be the future, not the present. Okay? I think lightning should be the future, not the present. He contradicts Vasubandhu. He contradicts Kamalashila. I guess he thinks he's smarter, I don't know. Or maybe he just wants to cause trouble. By the way, it's a method in the monastery for an older Geshe to say something wrong to see if it stirs up somebody's brain. Okay, so they will come in and say, the lightning relates to the future, to the younger monks. And the younger monks are all like, no, that's not what the book says. He says, forget the book. Prove it to me. Prove me why it's not the future. How many times did someone say to you, look, Tim, there's a lightning over there? And Tim's like, where? And you say, but it already lightning just a moment ago. And then Tim looks at the cloud and waits for the next one. Lightning's always future. You can't tell Tim, wait, over there was lightning. And then he goes like that. And it's over already, right? So Tendar Haramba, the troublemaker, he says, no, lightning's always future. Keep your eye over to that direction. See that cloud? Just keep your eye there. It means it's gonna come, right? It's future. That's his idea, okay? It still means something you cannot hold on to, okay? Future plans, future hopes, okay? Oh, I'm gonna invest in the stock market and make a lot of money, or blah, 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 okay? Without seeds, right? Okay? Future hopes are like trying to catch lightning. Okay, number 3, Koncho Tenbei Dunmei. He says, you guys didn't really get it exactly. The point is, when you see a stroke of lightning, it's difficult to point out where did it start. Which place in the cloud did it start, right? And then where did it go afterwards, you see? So the idea is that sometimes in Buddhism we say the path of the eagle. The path of the eagle in the sky. Okay? They don't leave footprints. Kodamundis leave little poo-poos. They look like blessing pills. If someone from Diamond Mountain give you blessing pills, be careful. Okay? Same size, same color. Okay, but lightning doesn't leave anything. Okay? No track, no trace. Where you can see if a Kodamundi was near your house, you can see all these blessing pills on the ground. But not the lightning, right? You can't see where it came from, and you can't see where it went to. And he says, you ready? We're going to go deeper. He says, the luminous images that come out of the seeds in your mind, okay, the holograms that come out of the silver seeds in your mind are the same as lightning. They are so quick. You can't really pinpoint when did they break out of the seed. And you can't really pinpoint when did they cover your lama, right, with the quality, okay? It's like trying to pinpoint where lightning started or where it stopped, okay? So when we do the lion's dance, level 9, we slow things down by about 4,000 times, okay? The speed that the seeds are opening is about 4,000 times more than that, okay? We slow it down. The memory of your past life is a reconstructed imagination, but so is the seed opening, okay? It's just pretending, okay? You have to meditate for years before you can watch a seed open, okay? But you can, okay? You can watch a single seed open if you meditate a lot, okay? And it should, the idea, like we were talking about with the quality, right? Edmund's question. If you keep pretending you see a seed open, one day it'll plant the seed to see the seed open, okay? So we're just pretending. We're also pretending that we're doing the 8 levels, okay? To get to the first one is difficult, okay? Somebody asked me, Geshe, there's 9 stages in Kamalashila's presentation of meditation, right? The stages of meditation, Bhavana Krama, right? The big chart with the monkey and the elephant. There are 9 levels there also. Are they the same? No. Okay? No. Well, how do they compare? The first level of the 8 in the lion's dance is equal to the 9th level in Kamalashila. Roughly. Okay? You got to get to Kamalashila to get started on the 8. Okay? As far as the meditation side, concentration side, shamatha. Okay? We'll talk about it. Okay? People here did 3 years, 3 months, 3-day retreat, and they did a cool thing during their retreat. They used to get together and say, well, which level did you get to, you know? Like, I'm up to 4, and I think I'm on 3. Okay? If you get to 9 firmly on the shamatha side, you can reach first form realm level. Good luck. Okay. So we're just pretending that we're at those levels because we're trying to plant the seed. Okay. All right. What happens if you get really good at it and you don't know about level 9? What happens when you're reborn? Come on. Wonder Woman. Okay. Incredible Hulk. What do you call this guy? I don't know. You know, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc. Okay? Okay. Now, you want to go deeper? I just put this in here for those deeper guys, okay? The rest of you can have some coffee or something. There's some guys who just want to go deeper all the time. Mr. Wu want to go deeper, and then he want to go deeper, and then he want to go deeper. He keeps me employed. 3 doors of freedom, okay? In deep Buddhism, it's called the 3 doors of freedom. Okay, Namtar Gosum. And it's a very deep idea, okay? Number topic go Sema Mempa means the causes of a thing are empty, okay? The causes of a thing are empty. That's the first door of freedom. If you see the causes of a thing are empty. Okay? Gasoline that makes a car go. Okay? Is there any power in the gasoline? It's like an aspirin. Yeah. If you gave other people rides in your car in the past, your gasoline will get you to Tucson. And if not, there will be a problem between here and Tucson. Okay? Will I run out of gas? Not necessarily, because vanilla ice cream karma can make chocolate ice cream. Maybe your car will break down. Maybe you will have a flat tire. Okay? Who put the power in the petrol or the gas is you. Okay? How? You gave people rides. Well, Geshe-la, that means in the future I could ride a car without petrol. Yeah, it's called a solar car. Seriously, you invented solar. Okay? All right? You gave a few people rides and you got gasoline with pollution. Then you gave more people rides, you get solar. Okay? You give a lot of people rides, you could just fly by yourself. Okay? All right. Seriously. Okay? Got it? The emptiness of the cause is called the door of freedom, that there's nothing inside of anything. Okay? Veronica told me stop sticking my tongue out when I make a big point. Okay. Okay? The first door of freedom is called nothing is inside of anything. Sema Mepa. Okay? Nothing is inside of anything. Okay? Second one is called Nambatape Gotombani. It's called the door of freedom named emptiness. The door of freedom called emptiness. And that refers to the thing which was caused, okay? Going to Tucson. Okay? The cause was the gasoline. Okay? The gasoline's empty. But the car is also empty. Okay? The car is also empty. And by the way, the car is created by the same karma, right? You give people rides. All right? Probably with an umbrella or something. Because the car keeps the rain off you and the sun. That's called the second door of freedom. The caused thing in the present moment. The emptiness of the present moment thing that was caused is called the second door of freedom. Second door to freedom. Okay? Got it? You okay? Guess what's the third door to freedom? Huh? Yeah, the result. Okay? Getting to Tucson. Standing in the Tucson airport. That's also empty. Okay? The name, the technical name for that is the door of freedom called no more hopes, no more wishes, no more plans. You're already in Tucson. Okay? That's also empty. Okay? The emptiness of the result. Why are we talking about this? Because we were talking about the lightning that you can't say where it came from, you can't say where it's going, and you almost can't say where it is. The cause, the thing, and the aftermath, the result, are indefinable. Okay? Got it? So they relate to the 3 doors of freedom. I gave you those for free. Those are from me. Okay? You want to go deeper? Classically, when you debate the 3 doors to freedom, they can relate to a single thing. Okay? The gasoline as a cause, the gasoline as a functioning thing now, and the gasoline as a result of the refining process. Got it? Okay? The gasoline can be a cause of the car going to Tucson. The gasoline can be a result of pipelines all over the world. We wanted to buy the land next door here. The guy is getting old. He offered to sell it to us. The guy who sold us this land offered us the land next door, behind here. And we squeezed our usual squeezing person, and he gave a donation. And then we decided, well, we better check the property, you know, carefully. And we found the oil pipes, 3 oil pipes underneath the ground. One of them is carrying military aviation fuel from Texas to Tucson. And there's dangerous stuff coming out of these pipes, you know, so we canceled it. Okay? It means gasoline can be a result, gasoline can be a cause, or gasoline can function now, okay? One thing can be all 3 doors to freedom, okay? Why are you talking about Geshe? Why you get so complicated? Everything that is a cause is also a result. And everything that's a result is also a cause, okay? When you meditate on the seeds for your Lama's qualities, it's a result, right? But it also causes you to have them yourself. In Buddhism, every cause is also a result, okay? That's why time has no beginning, okay? That's why the world has no beginning. Every result is a cause, and every cause is also a result, okay? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Yes. Okay? So that's the 3 doors of freedom. If you think about it, you will understand function better. You will understand why aspirin works. You will understand why gasoline works, okay? Better. The lower 3 schools of Buddhism, mind only, logic school, and Abhidharma school, never got that far. They stopped. They think gasoline does something. They think there's something inside of gasoline that works, okay? They couldn't get it, okay? That's why they're lower school, okay? That's why they're lower school. The 3 lower schools, Abhidharma, Sutrist, and mind only, the reason they're a lower school, one of the reasons, is they believe there's something inside of aspirin that can take away your headache. And they believe there's something inside of gasoline that can make the car go. They believe it. They can't understand that you put the power in the gas, or you put the power in the aspirin. Okay, got it? It feels like there's something in the gas. It feels like there's something in the aspirin, okay? And the highest school says, yeah, you put the power in the gas. You put the power in the aspirin. That's why aspirins don't always work. And that's why cars don't always get to Tucson. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now you're highest school already. Buddhism had a huge split. The lower schools went south. Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand. Okay. Mind only and middle way never reached those countries. They don't have the whole scriptures. They don't have the Kangyur, they don't have the Tengyur. Kangyur and Tengyur took 25 years to input. John Brady finished it, 4,600 books. 22 made it to Burma, Thailand, Sri Lanka, okay? All of them made it to China and Tibet, Nepal, Japan, Korea, okay? Mongolia. Okay. All right, clouds. You okay? Not tired? Okay. Huh? Stanley had a question that's important enough to interrupt the whole class. He needs a microphone.
Sorry for the interruption. It's just not so clear when you say the second door of freedom and the third one. You said the second one is the thing that is caused in the present moment.
Yeah.
And you say the third one is the result, which is also the cost.
All things are all. All changing things are also results, okay? But looking at the thing from the point in Tibetan or in Sanskrit, the second one is called ngo, okay? It means what is the nature of the thing in the present, okay? What is the nature of the thing in the present? It's emptiness, okay? The first door to freedom is what is the nature of its cause? And the third door to freedom is what is its nature of its result, okay? So the second door of freedom is what's the nature of the thing itself now, okay? And the first one is what was the nature of its cause? And the third one is what is the nature of its result, okay?
Can you
By the way, the name of the third one, did I give you? Yeah, no hopes, no wishes, okay?
Can you give the gasoline example in terms of these three?
Yeah, that's difficult. The car running right now is the second one. The gasoline that you put into it before you left Bowie is the first one, and reaching Tucson is the third one. How's that? Okay. The car running on the highway is 2. The car getting gas in Bowie, if the gas station's open, and if they have any gas, good luck, is number 1 cause, and then reaching Tucson is number 3. How's that? Okay. But actually, all things are all 3.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Clouds, 7 meanings. We got 15 minutes. You okay? You don't need Buddhism? All right. You can make Buddha where you are. Okay. Let's talk about the Sanskrit word abram. Okay, abram. Up is an ancient word for water. AP in ancient Sanskrit is a word for water. Okay, still in Hindi you can say up kana hai, yeah, dhanyavad. Oh, bahut acha. Okay, it means thank you for the glass of water. Up, okay, AP, up. That comes from a longer word, akva, and the K dropped out. Okay, it became up. Guess what akva came into? Agua in Spanish. Aqua, filter, aqua, okay, water. Brahm means to carry something. Okay, the word bear, a burden. The word burden comes from that. You want a bad word? Katie's like, yeah, I can use it on Adam on the way home. No. Bertha in Sanskrit means wife. The wife. Why? Because you have to. The husband has to carry it. In ancient times, nowadays the husband is the Bertha, and the wife has to carry the husband. These are good times for men. All the women are working. Okay. But anyway, that's Bertha. So Ber means to carry. So what's Abram? Water carrier, which is a cloud. Okay, got it? Abram. Cool? Okay, Abram. Cloud carrier. Sorry, water carrier. Okay, this one's tough. You have to learn a new idea, okay, which is why you're here, and that's my job. after you see emptiness directly, is it still possible to get mad at your husband? Yeah. That means, okay, never forget, for you to get mad at somebody, for you to get upset at somebody, requires that you misunderstand them. Okay? You must feel that they are coming this way. Okay? The moment you understand that your husband was created because you yelled at your kids last week, it's impossible to get upset at anybody except yourself. Okay? All right? The moment you remember, okay, I cursed you like a week ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I cursed you. I taught you emptiness. You know, sooner or later, all the fun in your life is going to be finished. Okay? You can't get mad at anybody anymore. You can't get angry at anybody. You can't blame anybody. You can't yell at any other driver on the street. I still do. Okay? I give them special mudra signs, and Veronica's like, don't do that. I'm like, anyway. Okay, it's impossible to get upset if you remember emptiness. Okay, it's coming from me. It's coming from me. Okay. So does an Arya still have the seeds to see things coming from their own side after they come out of emptiness meditation? They do. In fact, you could compare them to, come on, give it to me. I will give you a star. Yeah, you can compare them to the magician. Okay, they know they're crazy, but they still see the tree. They still see the horse. They know where it's coming from, but they can't stop seeing the horse. Okay. Now, what's the main difference between an Arya and an Arhat? Arhats stop the seeds. They are like the person who came later. They're like the person who came out of their house after the powder was thrown. Okay, they're like, why is everybody excited? I don't see anything. Okay, that's Arhat. Okay, so when you reach Arhat, the difference between Arya and Arhat, in Bodhisattva level 8, the difference between Bodhisattva level 1, where you see emptiness directly, and Bodhisattva level number 8, is that you remove the seeds to see stuff coming from their own side. Okay, an Arhat who walks, okay, so the lady who came home and saw the second husband in the kitchen must have been, at best, an Arya. She's the one who ran in the bathroom and yelled at the person in the mirror was an Arya. I would say that. Okay, the one who came home and got upset, didn't understand, that one is a child, infant. Okay, and we're going to learn some. There's a teenager also, but that's in the fourth part of the Diamond Cutter. There's a thing called a teenager. You guys are teenagers. Okay, and okay, so the Arhat's supposed to have no more seeds. But what's the difference between an Arhat and a Buddha? Yeah, Bodhisattva level 9, Bodhisattva level 10, you become a Buddha. And then you can see all things, okay? You can see all things. Now, there's a thing called trace, a thing called a trace, a trace. After you reach lower Arhat, you remove all sanskaras or vasana, seeds, to see things the wrong way. But I'll give you a new idea, okay? Between Arhat and Buddha, there's a thing called traces. Traces. It means traces of the bad seeds. They don't have bad seeds, but they have traces. Okay? Especially lower Arhats. They're called Ne Ngen Len in Tibetan. Say Ne Ngen Len. Ne, Ngen, Len. I don't know the Sanskrit. Let me see if I can find it. Daustila or something like that. Yeah, Dushtulia, okay, in Sanskrit. Dus means bad. In English it's dis, in Greek it's dys, like dysentery is a bad thing to get, dysfunctional, okay, disappointment, okay. Stul means station comes from that, standing comes from that, it means situation. Situation comes from that, okay? So bad situation, dushtulia, okay, in Sanskrit. It means a trace, subtle trace in a lower arhat, okay? And they can still do slightly naughty things in body, speech, and mind. You want to know what they are? This is like probably going to be in the gossip magazines next week, okay? A lower arhat can still do physical bad things, like jumping in a way that doesn't look nice for a monk to do. Skipping, okay? It's called a trace behavior, trace physical behavior, okay? They're supposed to walk like Buddha, but they're like, okay? So subtle trace, it's not a bad thing, right? But it's not quite like Buddha, okay? That's physical. Verbal, they can still say to other hearts, you're a dork. Little bad word, okay? It's not like other four-letter words. Dork is just like you're silly. Geek? You're a geek, okay? They can still say little tiny bad things to other arhats, okay? I'm taking you deeper, okay? Okay. And in their cessation meditation, they can still have traces of disturbances, okay? What's a cessation meditation? It's the point in level 9 when you remove the bubulama. In Buddhism, that's called cessation meditation. That moment in level 9, when you remove the bubulama, and there's just an empty space there, which is the real emptiness, the real clear light, okay? And you're supposed to try to commune with it, right? In a lower arhat's meditation, if they still have dushtulya, they will still have slight coming in and out of that feeling, okay? Very slight, traces, okay? Got it? Now you understand the idea of traces for lower arhats, physical, verbal, and mental. By the way, in the Lion's Dance scriptures, which I can translate and give you if I have time, because I have it's 150 pages of notes just about the Lion's Dance. I just need time, okay? In the 9 levels, I told you level number 1 is called desire realm, right? Then concentration level 1, concentration level 2, concentration level 3, concentration level 4. What's the 5th one called? Endless space. What's the 6th one called? Endless consciousness. What's the 7th one called? Chiang Mei. Nothing at all. Nothing. In English, nothing. It's a turn off your mind. Nothing. Then what's level 8 called? Yeah, not nothing and not nothing. Not thinking and not thinking. That's level 8. The name for level 9 is cessation meditation. And it is named from the moment that you wipe out the bubu lama. Okay? It's named, the 9th level is named from the moment that you wipe out the bubu lama. Okay? If you're good and you're really bored one day, I'll teach you the result names for the 8. Sangpa Duna Dun, the Drikjes, like there are 17 names. Okay, next time. Okay, now why are we on the subject of calling number 9 cessation meditation? Because we were talking about dushtuliyas. We were talking about traces that lower arhats have, even in that meditation. Even during that meditation, they get little distractions, okay? Because they did little boo-boo things like they called Tiamat Dork or something. Like, it's not a real bad name, but it's not a great name. Okay. All right. Why are we on this subject? Because we reached the clouds. For Jamyang Sherpa, the cloud represents those traces, future traces. Okay, for Jamyang Sherpa, the cloud in the verse at the end of the Diamond Cutter Sutra, the last metaphor, the first meaning of the last metaphor is cloud. Future clouds in your mind. Okay, future clouds in the mind, even of an arhat. Okay, slight disturbances during level 9. Okay, slight disturbances during level 9. Okay, those are future clouds. Remember, the 9th metaphor is future stuff. Future stuff. You can't predict the weather. You don't know what's coming tomorrow. Clouds represent the future problems, future Sanskrtas. Okay, got it? You okay? Was that too long? All right. Don't forget, Michael Dun, Mrs. Dun, you got to teach it next time. All right. Let's do one more, and I will save the finale for tomorrow. Okay. By the way, you can start talking tomorrow morning when the sun comes up. There's a tradition in Buddhism that you break a fast or you break silence when the sun comes up. It has a definition. If you can sit with your hand like this and you can see the lines on your hand, the sun just came up. So when we go to Thailand, we're going to take the one-day vow, Bodhisattva vow. Allison's translating the text. She's going to teach it. And you're not supposed to eat. You're supposed to finish your meal by 12 o'clock, okay? Which is what monks and nuns are supposed to do, okay? You're supposed to finish your meal on that day in Thailand by 12 o'clock, okay? Then I like to tell the story of my friend, Dr. Taylor. I went to his room the next morning before dawn, and he was sitting at the window. And he had his hand like this. And he had a box of chocolate chip cookies in his other hand. I'm like, Dr. Taylor, what are you doing? I'm waiting for the sun, man. He was kind of chubby guy. Still kind of chubby guy, okay. He's 80. He's 85, he's still working on ACIP. Okay. Cool. All right. So number 2, I'll give you the next 3, 4, right? 5? Oh, 6. How many are there? Oh, 7 total. Okay, I owe you 6 more tomorrow. Okay. I owe you 6 more tomorrow. Okay? Then we're done. If we have time, I'll take you to some of the other sutras where the Buddha taught the same verse, and to a tantra, Kalachakra Tantra, where he gave 3 more for dessert. That's your dessert. Okay, then we have to do the last part of the sutra next time. Okay, because this lightning was so slow. All right. We want to do some songs for you tomorrow, so we're going to practice after this class. So if you can go eat breakfast for an hour and a half, okay? And, enjoy silence, and we're going to practice some songs. I like to play a song for Veronica every time. It makes me happy, okay? So Scott has a question. Sorry. Okay. Dvivedi means knowledge of the two Vedas. Dvija means born again. Okay. All right. He's the director of our Sanskrit program, and he's building the Sanskrit school where you're going to study in Varanasi, which is the mother of all Sanskrit knowledge in the world. It's right there. We were lucky, we got a chance. Some guy had to marry his daughter, and he needed money really bad, and John Brady jumped on it. So, okay. All right.